Happy New Year's, everybody. Can you guys hear me? Welcome to 2014 Global Vision Kickoff. So we have Mexico, we have USA, Australia, Switzerland, Hong Kong, Netherlands, Canada, Philippines, Puerto Rico, United Kingdom, Sweden, France, Colombia, and if I miss any other places, excuse me. We're all here. Happy New Year's, everybody. Okay, let's get rolling. What we want to do is recognize our recent success leaders that really made an impact in the latter part of 2013. The recognition for Cycle 2 and Cycle 4 is Diamonds, Peter Norton, Richard Fukulia. Now, Richard, if I pronounced your name wrong, blame it on David Nelson, because that's what he gave me, okay? Albert Beretz, Israel Silva, Joshua and Adriana Patino, Sharif Barreto. And what I want everybody to know, the reason why we're recognizing diamonds is a very important position, because at the diamond level, that is when you're actually able to start moving into full income, all right? So that's why diamond's very important to us. Next position, new recognition. We already did the diamond already. Okay, so next level of recognition is blue diamond. Diana Gutierrez, Eduardo Vega, Dylan Flannery, Quack Nugent, George Gonzalez, Mark Cullen, George Fernandez, Batura, I can't even say it. Baruti. So blue diamond is also a very, very important position for us to recognize, because at this level, if you're sustaining, you should be making about six-figure income. And if you're moving into this area, it's very important for us to recognize that and for you to also know that this is where you want to be at. The next level of recognition is our white diamond. New white diamonds, Marco Pavaksovic, David Uriarte, Micah Trigos, Raul Zuniga, Pablo Salas. Now, the white diamond level is very, very important, because at this level, that's when life starts to change. This is the pinnacle of our compensation plan. And I'm really proud of this group of people, because they came into a new era at a new time of 2014 where things are going to start ticking off. So congratulations for the white diamonds. Now, without the one-star white diamond, then the white diamonds won't exist, because this is where you lead the white diamonds. So what we have here is Dave Nelson. Dave Nelson done an incredible job last year for Australia. And Dave, congratulations for getting everything that happened in Australia. Now, without the next leader above, which is Dan Hamilton and Cindy Lee, there'll be no Dave Nelson, because this couple with Michael Mo has led an incredible vision to develop Australia to where it is today. So I want to give thanks to Cindy and Dan, and also Michael, for doing an incredible job for Australia. Australia just begun, and it's going to explode for 2014. Then for a two-star white diamond, Kus and Aja, they are just incredible leaders. They're the one that started up Latin America, got everything going. Now they're two-star white diamonds. And we always look for our downlines to be better than us, or you want our downlines to be sustainable. We want our downlines to be strong. So sometimes when your downline is hitting ranks higher than you, you should be very excited. So the next level is three-star white diamond is Paco Hernandez. Give it Paco a round of applause, guys, because he did an incredible job. And on top of that, Paco is today's his birthday today. So I want everybody to wish him happy birthday. Happy birthday, Paco. So congratulations, everybody, for all the leaders. Now, for 2014, you guys, there's a lot going on here. But before I even talk about 2014, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about me. So who am I? I'm your co-founder. We started this company in year 2008, but there's a lot of history going on here. Before we got there, I came from Hong Kong in 1968, really with a real challenging background. My father was a full-blown alcoholic. My mom was a seamstress. She didn't know what to do with her life. Brought us over to America because she thought that there was a better place here. When I came to America, I didn't know what to do because I couldn't speak the language, very troubled. And going through school was just horrific for me. I had a short attention span. I'm probably dyslexic, and going through school was very, very difficult. But they told me to become an electrical engineer, and I went to school and studied electrical engineering. I shouldn't be electrical engineering because that is something that I was not passionate about, but no one ever told me that. So I just did it because that's what they told me to do. And when I finally got that degree in education, I couldn't get a job. The industry shut down on me. So that's the first time I learned about industry changing. And it was very important for me to understand that. But at that time, I was very frustrated, very angry, because I put a lot of time into an industry that changed on me that I didn't even understand. So by accident, I worked really hard with my sister. We got into the real estate market, and it boomed for us. We met a very successful businessman that carried us through, and taught us the ways of business and success, and we became very successful in real estate. And with that, we saw a lot of up and down in the real estate market, and it crashed toward the end in our career, about 1996. And when it crashed at that time, we saw something that was very, very interesting, and that was multi-level marketing. And we saw multi-level marketing, everything just changed for our whole entire life. Because I saw something that no one ever can explain to me, how you make a residual income. And the reason why is because we had a lot of apartments and a lot of real estate, but those were not residual income. For us, it was residual headaches, because you have to manage all these property. So what we did was that we got rid of all that, and we got into multi-level marketing. But let me tell you something about multi-level marketing. Before I got into this, I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about leadership. It was very important to understand me. I didn't understand me because network marketing, to get residual income, you have to work hard and you have to learn how to build a team. So I realized what it was. But how do you build a team of people when you don't know yourself? And so to me, why I became successful in this industry, because I learned a lot about me. So one of the tools that really helped me, and I've been talking to a lot of you guys about, is the Gallup Strength Finder program. It's a 2.0 test that actually can give you your top 5 themes, which is basically your strength. I want to share this with you, what I am. It was very interesting because all that I am was really captured in 5 strengths, and it really made all the sense to me. My first one is achiever, responsibility. Second one is responsibility, individualization, activator, and relator. And how interesting is this? When I finally read this 5 points, I finally got why I'm the way I am. So the achiever works like this. The achiever are people that are never satisfied. They're always looking for something to do. They have to be achieving all the time. So as a young child, I was frustrated because I always wanted things and I couldn't have it. And so life was a turmoil for me. Coming to America, they told me, well, I have a better place, but I couldn't achieve because I didn't understand the language. I didn't understand myself. I didn't understand the marketplace. I mean, who tells you these things? My parents didn't have the education. My parents didn't have the know-how. And the second strength I have is responsibility. And at the responsibility, if you happen to have that, what they say, these people take psychological ownership, anything that they commit to. And basically, when you have responsibility, a part of your strength, you are fully committed. There's no gray areas. For you, it's either black or white. At least for me, it is. It is. So that's why I couldn't, I saw this side of myself, but I never could understand this stuff. And individualization is a quality where you're interested in other people's quality. And so anyone that knows me, if I ever sat you down and we ever talked, all I want to know is about you and to the depth of who you are. And that's why I love this business because I'm very interested in who everyone is. And the activator, these people are completely impatient to take action. They always want to do the next thing. So also, if you ever sat next to me, I'm already, the moment I sit down, I'm ready to go somewhere else. As a relator, they're interested in a genuine relationship, a real relationship. So these 5 traits really set me up for this industry and this business. And that's why I love what I do here. But if you don't know how to work it, it becomes very challenging. So it's like anything else. When you find out your strength, you got to know how to use it. So when you do know how to use it, wow, your whole world just opens up. Now, I wish my parents had this knowledge when I was growing up. If they told me that you constantly got to achieve all the time, they'll give me small goals to achieve. And they understand about responsibility, then they'll teach me about that. And they'll teach me about individualization by characterizing people. So all these things would make my learning curve a lot more enjoyable. So for you to be in your health, what makes your health so different is our leadership. So that's that. What I want to share with you next is why MLM. Well, simple. It's residual income. Time freedom. That's what we're all looking for, right? Because with that, you can do a lot. But where can you find that? Well, who gets it? Who makes residual income? Well, and who gets free time? Well, people that works hard and build a sales team that keeps selling. I need you to hear that one more time, okay? Because we hear about network marketing, we hear about residual income, but we sometimes don't believe it because some of us don't get it. We don't ever earn residual income. It's because we don't work hard enough to build a sales team that keeps selling. Second, who works hard and creating a customer base that keep purchasing. So guys, just be real about this. Residual income only comes when you build a team that keeps selling. You build a customer base that keep purchasing. So have I achieved that? The answer is yes, but I'm still working. So let me explain to you how you should see residual income. Today, working hard for me is really not working hard anymore. I enjoy what I do. So therefore, it seems like play. My vacation is my vocation. My vocation is my vacation. And it's what you love to do. It's because you start working hard at it, you get good at what you're doing, you're enjoying it because it gives you a lot of fulfillment in it. And the good thing about it is that you don't have to keep on rebuilding your business to go out there and reinvent your business. Like in real estate, if you finish a building, and it could be a big project, you got to start all over again. You're talking about challenges. If you are in the real estate market, you constantly got to look for new real estate to do. So your business is always fluctuating and residual income is very tough. So I just want to hit that really clear to everybody what residual incomes mean. So this is my MLM history. In 1996, year 2000, from 2000, my goal was residual income, time freedom. Long distance service is one of the products I sold. So my top 3 takeaway for those time of my years was I learned a lot of sales skills. Now, I learned this from one guy who was a very, very successful businessman. And I asked him, I said, what do you do? He goes, I'm a salesman. I said, salesman? Who wants to know about, who wants to be a salesman? He goes, Dennis, the president of the United States of America is a salesman. If you want to be a good parent, you have to be a good salesperson. If you want to be a good pastor, you have to be a good salesperson. Jesus is a great salesperson. They're selling you a vision, just as long as it depends on what your vision is. You gotta sell. And so during that time, I learned a lot about selling, and selling with integrity is important. Okay, so the next thing I learned from that time was the exponential growth of power of MLM. And because we were selling long distance, and it was a hot moment at that time, the product was just sizzling hot. Selling long distance was incredible. So we saw our business just grow like no tomorrow. I didn't think it was going to end because it was just so fabulous. It was so exciting. Who would think that long distance telecom that's been around for 100 years and AT&T, one of the richest companies in the world, will fold? Well, as you see, time changes. Third takeaway. The company I was working with was really not doing their job because and I don't want to get into too much details. It was a corporate company that didn't understand network marketing. They had a product with long distance, but they didn't really understand the sales team. And it was two different directions that they were going. They were trying to take the company public, and they didn't really care about the sales force. So I knew that this industry is incredible, but you need a true company to protect you, to carry you through. So that's why we started our own company. 2000 and 2008, we co-founded and wanted to create a company that actually create residual income and time freedom for promoters. And the products that we had was web hosting, online shopping, email service, internet dial-up, high-speed voice over internet. Now you see a lot of products there. It's because we worked hard. That's where my achiever, activator, everything was at work trying to just get the right products in there, and the product just kept on coming and going, but we didn't quit because we made so much money in the long distance era. We thought this will be the next long distance, but as we all know, it didn't work out that way. So the takeaway for that period of time was we learned about exponential growth and speed, for sure. The next thing we learned was the high-tech products is not sustainable. I'll never do it again. And again, life is always like up and down. And we have all these expectations. You know, we see, for this instance, you see long distance was here for a great period. It was all over the news for 20 years, and everyone was selling long distance, and you didn't think it would ever go away. How would you know it was sustainable or not? You had this expectation, but when reality comes in, sometimes reality and your expectation is different. So that I learned, don't ever do technology products anymore, at least for me. So during that time, you had up and down in your world, in your business, and you can always learn from it. So how do we continue? Well, in this industry, besides the product being important, what's important is having a culture in your team, and you're doing team building. So the reason why we're able to sustain ourselves, because we had a progressive team culture, and that's imperative to your team building. So if you can take away from that time period, what I've learned from my 3 takeaway are these 3 points. But the culture is something that I saw in other bigger organizations that had a very sustainable business. So for anyone that's listening to this right now, do understand how important that is. If you're going to be team building, you got to create a progressive culture. Okay. Next slide. So in 2008, we opened up Your Health. And at that time, again, the same goal was to create a company that offers residual income, time freedom for promoters. The product was premium digestive health products. Now, when we opened up 2008, we studied the market. And the market, we saw nutrition. My God, everyone's doing it, and you don't know whether stuff works or not. But we went in there with this intention. We want something that's the biggest part of the nutritional supplement industry, and they got to be new. So we saw the study of how much digestive health was people were spending on the market, and that was the Mylanta, the Alka-Seltzer, and the Pepto-Bismol, but no one had really digestive enzymes in the mass market yet. And so when we moved into it, it was really exciting for us because we knew that when you take our product, it actually works and you can feel it right away. And from that point on, that's when we start moving into toward that direction. And we know that even today, very few people really understand this technology, right? And our takeaway during that time was we knew our product changed lives because we didn't have a product in the past that was sustainable. Now we want a product that not only sustainable, we want it to be better than everybody else. So we got that. However, we spent a lot of time talking about the technology of our product. And we became little doctors and trying to explain things to people and got people more confused. But we were excited and we got some sales going on. But we knew we needed a central theme. And what is that? You know, do you want to call it digestive health products? It's not good marketing. So we had to figure something out. So we got also, we're bouncing back and forth on product versus opportunity. Do we lead with the product? We lead with opportunity. And we were going back and forth for all those years. And we had to find an answer. So that's what we took away from that time. So hopefully you'll grab on to understand what, our lessons and things that we've learned. 2011, Your Health. Again, it's the same goal, to help people create residual income, time freedom for promoters. The 3 takeaway. This is where we were able to centralize our theme. Now, during that time, when we were talking to all the manufacturers and also a lot of our research team, I wanted a patent. I wanted a clinical study. And they all told me, it's not going to happen, Dennis. Then, it's not going to happen. And we were able to develop YOR NDS. And when that day happened, I mean, I celebrated with the whole entire team. I just couldn't believe we were able to get it. And so it stands today, we're the only one with YOR NDS. And it's very exciting, as you guys know. You know it works. So when we had that, a lot of things happened. We had a lot more Blue Diamond leaders showing up because the sales start to excel. However, we also learned that the old MLM stigma, it was still troubling us. So again, life is always up and down. So you can't have it always good, and you can't have it always bad. If you keep on working hard and you keep on looking at things, you get to learn stuff. So you can always fix it if you want to go fix it. So how do you make your life smooth? How do you make your life successful? You got to keep on working, and you never cry about it. And those are the lessons I've learned. 2012, same thing. The goal was to create residual income and time freedom for our promoters. What did we take away from 2012? Our sales exceeded exponentially, exceptionally. We didn't even understand why it grew so fast. We did know that it's going to grow, but it went beyond our expectation. We got more Blue Diamond leaders showing up. However, even though with all that, everything was going up, I didn't get too excited. That's where my achiever came along and said, look, hold on, Dennis. Don't pat yourself in the back too hard, because if you want to be a multi-billion-dollar company, you got lots to do. You need a platform that is scalable and inclusive focus. What does that mean? Scalable means you got to make everybody happy. You got to include everybody. And even though you're doing well right now, you're not doing that well. Let's be real. You can't grab everybody. You got, you always hear it. You can't make everybody happy. Well, whoever does will do very well. And you try to approach that as much as you can. So with that goal in mind, it is not something very, it's not like something you just say, well, I'm going to go make it scalable. It's going to cost a lot of money, cost a lot of effort, and it requires a lot of changes for everyone. And people don't like changes. So 2012, when we did that, people always say, hey, I don't know if we want to do all this. But we marched forward. And 2013, the takeaway we got from it was, number one, to make it scalable, you got to make sure you have to have a world-class customer protection program. And we did that. So that's when we actually was, again, that's another God blessing here, was that we actually met up with Robert Paul, who is he was the general counsel for the FTC. And someone really understands how to protect customers. So, really, I never thought in my whole entire life that I will have the former Federal Trade Commission general counsel to be our good friend, supporting us, giving us good advice. So right now, let's see if I have him on right now. He's actually here. So he took his Sunday today, and his wife allowed him to be with us. He's already retired. And why would somebody like that want to spend Sunday with us? So let's hear from him. So Robert, I think you're on.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
You can. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. All right. You're going to laugh about this because, I just went through a knee replacement operation. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, great. And wouldn't you know it, I was walking on the doggone cane from the operation, and I slipped on the ice. It's very, very cold here in the Northeast. and I slipped and I broke my shoulder. So I'm actually calling you from a hospital bed, and I hope you appreciate that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, just to make you feel wonderful, I'm going to charge you 150% of my normal rate because I'm calling from a hospital bed.
You're, anything you want. Anything you want.
No, I'm just kidding you. Uh, here's what I would like to say to everybody who's on here, and to you, and to Sophia and everyone. And if you can't hear me, let me know.
No, we
Uh,
can hear you loud and clear.
you can hear me. Yeah, I had the telephone on. Okay. I have a New Year's wish for you. Okay. And
Yes.
and if they got me on painkillers, so it's a little bit crazy to stick with me. But number one, I have my number one wish for you is I want your people to, and I think a lot of the people on here met me when I was in what San Diego and Costa Mesa last year, and I have two wishes. And number one, my first wish is I really want you to meet your goals for 2014. And I gave you some details and advice back then that there's no reason why you shouldn't do that, okay? The second thing is, and maybe I'm giving too much of a preview, but I saw that you were meeting in July of 2014. And if you invite me to come and give you my my legal speech, what I want to be able to say is that your health had no inquiries with the FTC from the last time I saw you in Costa Mesa until Miami. And I must say, it's looking very, very good. And it's been like a perfect record. And that is very, very important. And I want that to happen and to be able to say that to the audience in Miami.
Well, for sure, you're going to be welcome from all of us. And for sure, our record's going to be squeaky clean. I don't even have a speeding ticket on my driving record. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Robert. Well, thank you so much, and hopefully you feel better.
Yeah, I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else you need to say to us?
No, no. As I say, I'm hurting a little bit, but your people are fantastic. I know I'm talking to a lot of people that I met back last summer, and I look forward to seeing them again.
Thank you so much, Robert. Thank you for taking the time out, and especially where your conditions at right now. I know you're so committed to us, and we really appreciate you very much. Thank you so much.
You're good guys, believe me.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, so you heard it from the man. I mean, first of all, I want everybody to understand that number one, he's already retired, and he shouldn't be even talking to us right now.
Yeah, I tried to retire, but you wouldn't let me.
And so this is why we have a world class. I mean, this again. I mean, me and Sophia always said, how do we ever get this situation be like where it is right now? We're so blessed to have Robert Paul to be there because his advice, well, one advice can really have so much years of experience at such a top level that you would never. That's where you want. In order for you to have residual income and having that type of sustainability, you got to get the world-class customer protection in place. And if we didn't do what we did in 2013, I mean, you wouldn't have this guy right now calling us in the hospital. I mean, really. So I know that, salespeople, well, what does that have to do with us, what you're selling? You understand? in order for us to fly, you got to make sure your pavement is set correctly and the foundation is done. Okay, so again, I'd like to brag about what we got here. 2013, simplicity is what we really trying to master, and we're getting there. And Leonardo da Vinci said, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. And we'll talk more about that in a minute, okay? We knew simplicity. So, but you know, to make complicated things simple is just not easy to do. So the new scalable platform. What is it? The Your Best 8-week challenge. And recorded, we actually have 14,198 challengers, and they have said has changed their lives. Okay, and recorded lost 22,673 pounds and increasing. Now these are only the people that joined the challenge. What would you say? What do you think the ratio would be for the people that actually are using our product, losing weight, having better health, that didn't join the challenge? I don't know what the ratio is, but you know it's a lot more than what we have here as recorded, right? But this is still pretty impressive. And because of Free with 3, we're able to give out $1.8 million in free products. And that's only a year into it. So we expect a lot more excitement going on in 2014. So the power of 3, the simplicity. 3 promoters, you become a rising star. Help 6 people become a rising star just like you, and you'll earn your monthly luxury car bonus. If you've done that, if you can help 3 people do the same thing as you've done, then you should have enough volume in business to become a diamond. So that's how you gotta look at this, right? If I help 3 people to get into their luxury car bonus and earn that, I should get enough volume to become a diamond. If you can see that, just help 3 people do that. Do you know 3 people want to do that? Then that's how important it is for you to understand that. So a lot of times, a lot of us can't grab onto that concept. And when you can't see it, you can't do it. Now, if you can help 6 people earn their monthly luxury car bonus, you become a blue diamond. And at that is a 6-figure income. Help 12 people to earn their luxury car bonus, and you become a white diamond. So if you just look at this, the power of 3, and just memorize this. Stars, cars, 3, 6, and 12. Stars, cars, 3, 6, and 12. Because at the diamond level, you can start playing full time. At blue diamond, 6-figure. White diamond is where life starts to change. So if you can grab onto that concept, I mean, if I grew up and I just came into this industry, someone said, hey, this is all you got to do. It'll be a lot easier than all these years of all the things I have to go through. All I got to know is stars, cars, and 3, 6, and 12. How wonderful is that? So for 2013, we set it up for you. And you can't even imagine the effort and the money, the resources that went into this in 2013. But don't worry about it. That's my concern. What 2014 is for you to take control now. This thing's set up for you now to take control. So the goal number 1 to do what? Is to boost customer retention. How do we do it? Customers ask a lot of questions because they want maximum results. But how do you avoid becoming a full-time personal trainer or a little doctor? With a guidance booklet we created, the Slim and Sculpt guidance booklet, Thermo Slim and Thermo Sculpt. These books use the secret method that top fitness models and athletes use to get maximum results. And it's going to be available for 2014 in February. And we worked literally all last year, and we actually wanted to launch it at the annual event, but there's so much behind it, we couldn't get it done fast enough. And because we want to do things right. Because remember, one of my traits are responsibility. We just can't throw anything out there. It has to be exceptional. So it's going to be here in February. Um, hold on, I skipped one page. Okay, so what does it do? It features customized guidance for entire 8 weeks challenge. Use our thermal activation process for maximum results. Meal guidance and exercise recommendation. Designed to scale for multiple 8-week challengers. So what happens is that once you get to a certain level, it goes into a few more levels, and you can get better and better and better. If you get stronger, it'll tell you more aggressive plans for you. So it's very scalable, and it's very, very interesting because it's, if you just look at it later on, you'll see how effective it can be for you. And it's been, there's a lot of studies behind it. We can consult with a lot of people that understand this technology. The guidance booklet benefits you and saves you precious time, remove all the guesswork, boost customer success and retention, more impressive testimonials, more incentive and value for purchasing the Slim and Scope challenge sets. So now, but we are not stopping there, because the booklet was kind of like our manual. We're writing everything all out, but this is the goal. The goal is to have it in the app so that when people are actually customers getting on, it gives them a guidance. Now, there's a difference between a regimen versus a guidance. The regimen is to tell you, okay, don't forget to take these YOR products. But the guidance actually tell you when and what type of products to take and when to take it. And I'm not gonna get into all the details. So that's where you make complicated things simple. And no one else have this right now except for us. So when are we gonna have it? Somewhere around 2014. And so our 1.0 launching our mobile app is gonna be in February. Again, we wanted to launch this in our annual event because, again, technology is so complex, and we want to have a very successful launch. We push it back to February, so be patient, it's gonna come. Product information videos. Now this is very important because a lot of times when customers don't repurchase our product, we recognize is because they probably don't understand the product that much. So if they, again, have this guidance program and all this kind of stuff that's in front of them, and having this here is our information videos for each product, exciting short commercials for each product. You think that will help your customers to stay on? I believe so. In fact, we did a lot of survey lately, and it proves that already. Reward programs for select customers. So we're gonna have a thank you program. We'll have a special discount program for them, special promotions. We have prize drawings. We're gonna keep on engaging our customers. Monthly email campaign, product of the month, intended to increase awareness and products and sales. So again, this here, what it does is every month we're gonna email blast them, which keep on pushing our products awareness to your customers. And this is one of the page that we actually brought out, emailed to them. And I thought this was really cute. And on Thanksgiving time, we came out with this Digestive Ultra campaign. And you see people here sleeping because they're just having a food coma. I thought that was really fun. So these are the kind of things that we keep on pushing, and people start understanding. And then guess what? People start to see the value of what we have. Everyone here on this call right now, you know everyone needs our product. You know that, but they just don't know that. So the value is, if you can get the rest of the world to know how to do that, understand that, then whoever's there first able to capture the success and the benefits, right? So that's why for the company, that's why we're gonna work really hard this year to set you up correctly. Win back previous customers. Now, we just finished this right here. We actually put out an iPad giveaway to survey roughly about 58,000 customers, our old customers. And they gave us some feedback. We told them that we're gonna give them a 25% discount if they come back and purchase from us. The campaign was very successful. We have lots of reorders coming back, and that's just the beginning. So we now know that works, and we'll continue doing it. Goal number 2, increase online marketing. Now, this is something that I haven't talked to anybody about this. This is something that, that we've been working hard for the last 6 months to really study. How are we going to reach out to the world? Talk to a lot of consulting companies, and we came up with some of this stuff here. Okay, so goal number 2, Now we have one Facebook right now, and currently, soon we'll have four. Well, what does that mean? So you'll have your best body challenge in English. We'll have your best body challenge in Spanish in Facebook. And we'll also have a Your Health Promoters Facebook page in English and also in Spanish. So why? Well, here it is. The promoter Facebook will feature weekly recognition, rank advancements, star qualifiers, luxury car owners and qualifiers, contest updates and winners. And for anyone who just got the new ranks, the higher level ones, we will interview them. We want put a spotlight on them. We want them to give us the advice, what happened to them. Like for instance, what you just saw from the diamonds to now the 3-star white diamonds. Wouldn't you want to hear from them? So we didn't have a place to really hear from what they learned lately. But with this, we're able to do that. Now, would this help your business? I sure believe that would make a big difference for all of us. So Promoter Facebook will also feature announcements and promotions on webinars, new tools training, sales tips and training, event promotions, and comp plan updates. Now, moving into the share site updates, links will recognize sponsors. So now, whenever you are going to share stuff off the share site updates, it will recognize who are actually sharing it. New challenge parties invitation sections that we will have. More aggressive image and message to pique interest. And what this also does is that there's a technology that we're creating right now. When you do share with people with the Your Health images, what's going to happen is that it's going to trigger all their stuff that's linked to Your Health and a lot of stuff that's going to come into their search, so that their webpage or their searching will, a lot of Your Health stuff will pop up. And it'll be really, really, really interesting to see what's going to happen, because with this technology that we found, it's going to really create a lot of awareness for us. Create customer message on image. So with all the images that we're going to have, you can actually customize it yourself. You can actually type in a few sentences and lines, whatever you want to say to it, and it looks very customized for you, so that you can actually put it into your Facebook, and it really looks just really cool. Now, I want everybody to know that I don't know much about this stuff, but I do know a lot of people that knows a lot about this stuff. Shareable to Pinterest, and that was really interesting because I never really understand what that was. And it's pretty interesting how people are using this technology, sharing information with people out there through images. Now this is really cool. This is the virtual sales page. Now this is something that I never thought that this will ever happen. There's a lot of successful companies doing this right now, and traditional businesses, and we're going to try to attempt to make it happen for us. It's an online web page designed to do the selling for you. They would target specific interests. All you have to do is share them. An example, so like get slim, get sculpt, join our party, become a promoter. These are, in the technical word, it's called landing page. And what it does is that it does your selling for you, and it actually recognizes who you are. Someone purchases it, it goes right into you. So the idea is that if you keep on just forwarding this out to the world and the universe, then you're going to have a very good chance of, it's all numbers, a numbers game. And you get it, right? So virtual sales page, main benefits. Turnkey sales and acquisition page. You'll get the credit, lead generates, effortless gathering of prospects information, get more people to your parties, automatically update for you. So what does that mean? That everyone in these landing page or these virtual sales page, the company will constantly update stuff for you, so you don't have to worry about it. So I hope you're excited about it, because I'm very excited, and there's a lot of investment here. This is just not something that, oh yeah, we're gonna do this. You gotta have complete commitment to do this. So call to action, plug in and share. We will flood the internet and social channels about the great things Your Health has and what's happening to Your Health. And everyone will do it because it's gonna be fun and exciting. Goal number 3, stronger challenge promotions. New business sets in April. This is what it looks like. The goal is add exciting new tools, party items, and making a marketing material to host the ultimate challenge parties. So enough product to host 10 parties, brand party items, party tasting cups, name tags, window decals, posters, branded signs and sheets, party checklists, gift bags, mini tote bags. So you can actually, when people walk away, you give them a little tote bag so that here's some products that you should try. Mobile app mini coasters. And promotional items, your shake taster packets, fast start guidance program, becoming a challenger trifold, becoming a promoter trifold, slim and scope guidance book, enrollment forms, income disclosure statements, your success 5, product catalogs, product regimens. Now this is just the beginning. There's gonna be a lot more stuff we're throwing into it. So you can see right now we're really ramping up to make sure that promoters really are set up for 2014. All right, so now we've been talking about the presentation video. After the annual event, I already told you the presentation video is a working document. We're gonna make it better and better and better. So the goal is shorten the video and make it more exciting. The good news is that it's here now. So after 2 o'clock, or actually in about another 15 minutes after we're done with this webinar, you can actually go to the website and you can download the link. And Jeff Castle did an incredible job, guys. And you got to see it, okay? You just got to see it. Okay, so events. This year, annual event will be hosted in, Robert Paul already let the cat out of the bag. It's going to be in Miami, Florida. It's going to be exciting because the top 5 vacation destination, ranked 3rd fittest city in the US, Miami boasts some of the best nightlife, tropical weather all year round. And it's going to be located at Arena Arts Center. And the event date is July 26th to July 27th. And the admission fees will be exactly like last year's, $180. But look at how beautiful this place is. It's amazing. And then we're going to have, so every year we're going to make it better. So the annual getaway will be on 7/28 and check out at 7/31. It's going to be at the Ritz-Carlton. And it's going to be just exciting. So we're almost done right now. So life is like a roller coaster, right? And you're never going to be able to change that. Up and down, up and down. You can be sitting on top of the world, you can slip on the ice and break your shoulder. And you just don't know. But it's how you handle it. And you can be tired and say, well, hey, I love these people. You know, I want to be a part of them, and I'll make that phone call. And they still be excited about it. That's what you call a champion. Now, there's 3 different types of people in this world. 1, too fearful to get on the roller coaster. Some gets on and throw up. Some throws their hands up and scream at it with excitement. So which one are you? I think that you're the number 3 types. So how does number 3 do this? They know that they are secure on a rail, right? You see these kids, they're excited when they're jumping on the roller coaster because they know they're not gonna fall out. So they get to enjoy the ride. But some of us are scared because we don't understand it or we never really, our mind is somewhere else. We're not able to enjoy it. So how does it work? Here's a takeaway. This is what I've learned. Life is always up and down. Work hard and be true to yourself. Basically, don't lie to yourself. Because if you do that, then you get lost. Then you don't know where you're at. So the rail of confidence will secure you to prosperity. So when you work hard, you get to understand, you pay attention, you know how it works. Then your confidence gets set in, then you say, hey, I see that, I get it. I'll make it happen. So the 3 musts for 2014. Be true. And true means being in accordance with the actual state or condition, conforming to reality. So we all have these ideas and we have all this perception, and that's what makes us who we are. Everything's through our perception. But if you park it next to reality sometimes, what you perceive and what's real are two different things. If you are true, what you will do, you will adjust your perception to match reality. When perception matches reality, you'll find success and you'll find happiness. When you don't, you're going to wonder why the world is so different, and you wonder why you're so challenged, like what I used to feel like. That's why, for me, it's very important to understand the truth. I got to know, and I ask a lot of questions. But I'm one of these guys that's dyslexic, can't spell, can't read. My mind goes out the window when I'm trying to read. And how do I make it? Well, I adjusted my perception. And I got to get real with myself. I know what I'm strong at. I know what I'm not strong at. And so then you got to find out the next thing here is your why. You got to know your why. So everything is like, well, why would you want to do that? You got to understand the cause behind it. What's the purpose? It's important to know that. So your why is basically your level of ambition. So you got to be true first. You say, okay, well, I got to be truthful. I got to be honest with myself. Let's have a conversation with myself. What do I want? Well, I want to be successful. I want residual income. Well, do you know what it takes, Dennis? Well, they told me I'm going to just invite people, present to people, build a customer base, work hard. But they never told me that they're going to have these industry fluctuation. They didn't tell me that there are all kinds of just storms coming in. They didn't tell me the product would phase out. No one ever told me these things. No one told me about the challenge of life. It just happens. But once you understand where you're going, you're going to keep on taking massive action because you see the destination. Because you see the prize at the end of the rainbow. Does that make sense? Now, if you don't see it, then it's going to be hard. So here's how to kick off 2014. Number one, got to see the plan. The plan is stars, cars, 3, 6, and 12. Simple. Number two, if you can see the plan, then you must get your 3 and get 3 more. You got to lead by example. This is probably the most important thing that you need to know. Because if you can't do that, then your team can't do that. This is what we call basics. And I hear a lot of times people say, well, we always lose the basics. It's because of that. You just don't understand. You're in the business to do that. You got to get 3, you got to get 3 more. And you got to lead by example. Now, I don't want to keep on preaching about that. You got to get that. Now, if you got that already, then you go to the next level. You want influence and momentum? You have to have a healthy, active waiting room. Now, this waiting room concept is quite new in the industry. Unilevel compensation plan has been here. It's the same old thing over and over again. The waiting room is a new thing that the industry has actually reinvented because they're looking at, again, these are just people that's in the industry looking at stuff, how to readjust certain things, and it's really important. I think it's really, really brilliant, and we're adopting this. And to have a healthy waiting room is you got to be able to see the plan, you got to get your 3 and get 3 more. If you can do that, you can create a healthy waiting room, right? Number 4, if you understand that concept, then you have to have a culture that generates stars and cars. Because now you understand the plan, you can get 3 more, and your friends are doing that, everyone's doing that. You understand how to organize your waiting room, you know how to strategically work people together and build your 3 legs. Some of us are been here for a little bit and say, well, I can't put everybody together in 3 legs because they're not willing to work together. Well, then you have to question, how's your leadership? And I don't want you guys to be tough on yourself. Just recognize the truth. Here's another thing I want to tell you guys, okay? When I talk to Robert Paul, his first thing that he gets on call every single time he tells me, Dennis, Sophia, I can only tell you the truth. I can only tell you that. I can't tell you anything else. And for us, we're mature business people. We want the truth because the truth will set you free. But the people that are not used to that, and they're always running away from their problems, truth hurts. Now, if you adopted that concept, truth hurts, then that's the wrong perspective. So you have to understand, you got to create a culture to be able to do the number 1, 2, and 3. And then your stars and cars will come. And that it becomes a lot simpler at that time. Then the next stage will become really easy. You know that now if you got 1, 2, 3, 4 done, and you can able to get that going, which we call basics, or the fundamentals of our industry, our business, then the diamonds will come in. Now, some of us, well, you know, sometimes we get to diamond and some of us are not sustainable. It's because, go back down again, is the leadership. Is the leadership, are we cutting corners? Are we doing it with truth? We're actually building it from the ground up and building it correctly, right? So 2014, you gotta be truthful about it. So that's why a lot of people join the industry and say, well, this stuff doesn't work. Well, it's because we didn't work it. And I'll tell you another story about when I came into this industry, I saw a lot of people just blowing up and with big numbers. And I see them coming into these presentations in 15 minutes, they're out and the app are signed. So I was really interested. I sat into one of their meetings and I watched this group and people just signing up left and right, left and right. I'm looking at this and I said, wow, how do they do it? They don't explain anything. They just say, oh, here's the numbers and so what you got to do. And they just talk about pure numbers. And really, they're not giving it a full disclosure. They're not giving it exactly what it takes to get it done. And people have these false expectations. And everyone comes in. And 15 minutes, you know, people come in. But you know it's not going to last. So that's why to build a real team of people, when you get to Diamond, you're able now to be full-time. And you don't want to get there and not be sustainable. And when you can get that, is what happens. Then you have a sustainable business. Then when you become a blue diamond, you move into a 6-figure income, then the residual income starts to come in. White diamond is where life begins to change. So you see the white diamonds in our business now today. They now are in a place right now, if they're building their team successfully and correctly, they're going to be able to be sustaining a lifestyle that they never dreamed about. So again, you know, to talk about the things that we talk about at a white diamond level, the rest of the world is completely unfamiliar with, because to think about that kind of income and that kind of lifestyle, it just doesn't happen in the rest of the world. So how long does it take to do it? As fast as you would like to. And how hard do you want to work? Okay, so these are things that you need to understand. Now, so what we've done to kick off the New Year's, we actually, in December, we told the Founders Council we're setting aside 20% of their growth from what their base was. And if they can actually grow 20% or 21%, which is 10% every month for 3 cycles, we will give 20% of the profit back to the Founders Council. You know what that means? That's Sophia and Dennis's money. What Sophia and I did was that we want 2014, besides all the hard work for 2013 to set you up, we want to put away to give you guys our profit so that you guys can go out there and celebrate. And I hope that you guys are running for it. Johnny Lee, actually, his plan is to take his team to Caribbean. Dan and Cindy and Robbie is going to take a luxury crew. Susie and Chris is going to go skiing at Mammoth with their team. And Dave Nelson is going to Bali, Indonesia. I've never been there. I mean, wow. How lucky is that? And Kus and Aja is going to Aspen with their team. They're taking me along. I've never been to Aspen, so I'm excited about that. And Paco, Alex and Laura, Micah, and Raul, they're going to go to Utah. To Utah, and they're taking me with. So on March and April, I'm doing a lot of skiing. So what a wonderful life I'm gonna have, right? So I'd like to see you guys there. That's not all. We're gonna set you up with free shipping for the new year, January 5th to January 31st. So limited time only, free shipping and handling. I hope you guys are excited about that. USA, Puerto Rico, Mexico, and Philippines receive free standard ground shipping and handling on any business, challenge, or customized set valued at 500 PV or more. Now, that's only for USA, Puerto Rico, Mexico, and Philippines. For Australia, you'll receive up to $50 USDA, US money, in free shipping and handling on sets of 500 PV to 799 PVs, receive up to 100 American dollars in free shipping and handling on sets that are 800 PV or more. For other countries, receive up to $50 in American dollars in free shipping and handling sets of 500 PV to 999 PVs, receive up to 100 US dollars in free shipping and handling on sets of 1,000 PV or more. So hopefully you guys are excited about that. This will help you guys just run hard and reach your 21% growth in the next couple more cycles. 2014 is a time to take control. Take control of your health. Take control of your wealth. Take control of yourself. So 2014 is about taking control. So I hope that you guys are excited. There's a lot more to come. You can see it's going to be a busy, aggressive year of 2014, and we're really looking forward for you guys to make it happen. And for people that are going to take, and this is your takeaway for 2014, besides taking control, just understand that we are really focusing on right now on anyone that is going to be up above, from diamond to all the way above. If you hit these ranks, you will see certain benefits that are going to come. I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is. We're going to put a lot more funds to people that are taking leadership roles, okay? So with that, I want to tell you how much we appreciate you guys. You guys mean the world to us, and you've done a lot of great stuff for everybody in the rest of the world. You guys have, helped people in so many different ways, from health, wealth, and a lot of leadership that you have given to the world. But we just got to take it to the next level. And I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you guys very much, and I love you. So with that, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.